6:49, here's your Smart Start for Wednesday. The controversy in Penfield, a big debate where parents plan to voice their concerns over a book they call inappropriate, but say they were blocked from the comment period speaking last night at a meeting.
In fact, after several interruptions, the school board members called for a recess. These upset parents say that one of their kindergartners came home with a book called The Rainbow Parade. They claim that it shows nude men in the contents. During the meeting, a school board official emphasized the librarians follow a very strict curriculum, what dictates what is and is not permissible in the schools for specific age groups. But the critical parents say that is not good enough.
I'm sick and tired of it. I'm not going to have my daughter keep coming home with pornographic material. They don't come home with homework, okay? Why is our proficiency in Penfield so far down the tube? They don't even have homework anymore, but yet she comes home with this garbage? I don't think so. It's not going to happen. And these people, look what they did tonight. They go and hide.
A parent we spoke with says what they want is for the school board to take accountability and listen to their concerns. We reached out to the district after its business hours, and we're waiting for that response. We'll share it with you soon.
That'll be online as well. For now, the morning forecast, a look at the map here and advisories for this latest system, James.
Yeah, that's right. Winter weather advisories for everybody. It's not a lot of snow on the way. It's really just a quick inch or so tonight, but change over to ice. That could cause some issues, maybe a quick glaze through midnight, and then rain as we get into early tomorrow. 22 Livonia, Penn, 20, 19 in Bristol. That breeze, though, maybe makes it feel a little bit cooler in the teens. We climb. There it is. We break freezing likely going into midnight and early tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Brennan, Michaela?
Thank you, James. Back to our news headlines and a follow-up on the Seneca Park Zoo. It is getting a major expansion, and last night the Monroe County Legislature agreed to pay a company $6.7 million to come up with the designs.
We have Ron Spitzer live now reporting about, despite they got the green light, there was also some pushback in this process. Ron.
Yeah, right, guys. So the contract with Cambridge 7 is meant to bring what the county is calling the 21st century experience to the zoo. Now, before the vote of yes, legislator Jackie Smith introduced an amendment calling for a $1 million cap on contract changes for needed flexibility, and also requested a quarterly progress report be required. Monroe County calls this design project phase 2 of the Seneca Park Zoo master plan. Cambridge 7 will focus on the zoo's tropics exhibit and the main entry capital project. In 2022, the county ledge approved more than $120 million for the project, but the bid that came in was for $52 million over that number, so those plans couldn't come to fruition. Some legislators accused the county of mismanaging the funds, specifically $6 million for an original design that was eventually scrapped.
Yes, we spent some money on something that doesn't look like we're getting value for. But we're making a course correction that's going to actually save us money over the entirety of the project.
Now, moving forward, the legislature did agree that the county executive would have to request authorization for changes that cost more than $1 million. And Smith says the quarterly reporting would provide the body with progress reports that are much needed, along with protecting those taxpayer dollars. For now, reporting, Ron Spitzer, News 8.
Ron, thank you for that update. It was 16 years ago today. Flight 3407 headed from New Jersey to Buffalo crashed into a home in Clarence Center in Erie County. The NTSB and the investigation concluded the pilots did not react in time after getting a stall warning. 49 people on board the flight, one person on the ground, were killed. Since the tragedy, the families of the victims have worked for years pushing for better aviation safety. One of their most recent wins was in 2021, requiring an electronic database for pilot records. They also championed requiring more flight time for pilots and established fatigue management rules, and also enhanced oversight for safety. They will be gathering for a vigil at the memorial where the crash happened this evening.
We have new details now from Rochester police searching for those responsible for multiple car break-ins throughout the city over the last few weeks. Now, we're showing you a few photos. If you recognize any of these suspects, we're showing you on your screen. You're asked to please come forward, call 911. You can also email RPD's tip line, and we have all of the pictures for you to review on our website, rochesterfirst.com.
Missouri's Attorney General is filing a lawsuit against Starbucks, claiming its DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion practices violate federal and state state law. The complaint says the coffee chain is not hiring the most qualified people, resulting in worse service and higher prices. Starbucks hit back, saying it disagrees with the suit and says the claims are flat out inaccurate.
Coming up later today, the Senate is expected to vote on the confirmation of Tulsi Gabbard as the Director of National Intelligence. She has come under fire for her views on Syria and Russia. The Senate Intelligence Committee narrowly moved forward her nomination for last week, and that cleared her path for this confirmation.
Sunrise traffic here to go 5 minutes until the top of the hour. The one issue we have out on the east side, Penfield and Webster, that's just north of Atlantic on 250, with first responders working the scene of an accident there. Metro, though, looking good. The view from our Greater Rock Sky Eye. Little cool start here. And this time, or 12 hours from now, get into this evening there, James. Camera might look a little different there.
Yeah, it could be a slick during the evening commute for us, I think, across the region. Snow tonight, but it really doesn't last long. It switches over to ice and then eventually over to rain going into tomorrow morning. That 41 degrees likely, and kind of an early morning high temperature before we fall down. 20s Thursday afternoon, and then here we go, Friday. Some lake effects. So don't let that sneak up on you. If you're along Lake Ontario, 104 East could be Valentine's Day snow for you throughout Wayne County. And then here we go on the weekend. Snow to a mix on Saturday. Could be the same on Sunday there as well. So both weekend days will be active if we do want to get out and about around town. You see the rain and snow chances way up. And then here we go, President's Day week. Going to be bitter cold air. Good thing the kids can relax at home.
Yeah,
definitely.
Hang out at home to start the day. We're back in 30 minutes with more news and weather.
Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.